You can be young without money, but you can't be old without it. You gotta be old with money. Because to be old without it is just too awful. And that's the truth, Brick. Well, I'm all dressed. I'm all dressed and there's nothing else for me to do. I'm all dressed. And there's nothing else for me to do. I know when I made my mistake. What was that? Oh yes, my bracelets. Yes, I've thought about it a whole lot and I know when I made my mistake. It was when I told you about that thing between Skipper and I. Never should have told you. Fatal error on my part. Never should have confessed it.
Shut up about Skipper, Maggie. I mean it. You gotta shut up about Skipper.
The thing you gotta understand between Skipper and I is that
You don't think I'm serious? You're fooled by the fact that I'm saying this quiet. Look, Maggie, what you're doing is something dangerous. You're fooling with something that nobody ought to fool with.
This time I'm gonna finish what I have to say. Skipper and I made love. If love is what you could call it. Because it made us feel a little bit closer to you. You son of a bitch, you ask too much of people. You ask too goddamn much of people. Of me, of Skipper, of all those poor goddamn unlucky sons of bitches who love you. And there was a whole pack of them. Yes, believe me, there was a whole pack of them. And you asked too much of them.
It was Skipper that told me about it, not you, Maggie.
I told you.
After he told me.
What matters who told you?
Hey, little girl.
What, Uncle Brick?
Go on, bring the folks upstairs. Tell everybody to come up.
Go ahead. I'd say in front of all of them if I had to.
Hey, little girl, go on. Do what I told you.
Because it's got to be told, and you never let me. It was one of those beautiful ideal things that they talk about in Greek legends. That's all it could be, with you being you. And that's what made it so sad. That's what made it so awful. Because it was love that could never be carried out to anything satisfying or even talked about plainly. Brick, don't blame me yet. Now I know that it was only Skipper who had any unconscious desire to make anything between you two not perfectly pure. Now let me skip a little. You and I, we was married early that summer. And we graduated out of Ole Miss. And we was happy, weren't we? Yes, we was blissful. We hit heaven every time that we loved. But then, something happened. That fall, you and Skipper turned down wonderful job offers in order to keep on being football stars. Pro football stars. Yes, and that fall you guys organized the Dixie Stars in order to keep on being teammates forever. But something wasn't right, me included, between you. Skipper began hitting the bottle. And you got that injury. Couldn't play that Thanksgiving game in Chicago. Had to watch it from the traction bed in Toledo. And I joined Skipper. Poor Skipper was drunk that game. We spent the night drinking all night at the Blackstone. The bar of the Blackstone. We drank all night, and when the cold day came up over the lake, and we came outside to take a dizzy look at it. And I turned to him and I said, Skipper, you stop bluffing my husband or you tell him that he's got to admit it to you, one way or another. And he slapped me hard on the mouth. And then he turned and went back to the Blackstone. And I'm sure all the way back to his room. And later that night, when I came back up to his room, I scratched at his door like a shy little mouse. And he made that small, ineffectual attempt to prove that what I said wasn't true.